Hey, how you doing? I'm not. This isn't. I'm looking for Priscilla though. Yeah, that didn't work out too well. All right. Let's see here. He does not take political calls. So I'm gonna put him on do not call, and I'm gonna save it and get back at it. He does not take political calls. Hey, how you doing? That one hung up too. I don't know if this thing's working. Remove, do not call. This thing is a piece of shit. I need more coffee. Need more coffee. Coffee. Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me? My name's Mike Kennedy. I'm giving you a call all the way from San Diego, California. I'm just going to ask you a really loaded question. Do you plan on voting at the primary on Super Tuesday? Do you have anybody in mind you're voting for? Is it 100% Amy? Is she your girl? Okay. Can I about the guy that I'm calling you about? He just got back from Iowa, where I spent 3 weeks. I was a precinct captain at a caucus, and I did all that stuff. What do you think about Andrew Yang? He's everybody's second choice, it seems. I'll tell you, I don't necessarily agree with you when it comes to the Democratic nomination, but I'll tell you this, and this is why I'm calling for Andrew Yang. If you know anything about Las Vegas will set the line that you can bet on literally anything. You can bet the football, baseball, basketball, the Bachelor, the Bachelorette. You can also bet on presidential races. There is one candidate that is favored. There's only one that's favored to beat Trump head to head should he run against him. It's not Amy. It's not Biden. It's not Bernie. It's not Warren. Do you know who it is? It's Yang. And the reason that is, I can send that to you. He'll bring that up. If you watch the did you see the town hall thing 2 days ago? He spoke about it, and even he said that. I can send it to you if you want. He's the only one favored to beat Trump, and this is the reason. And I just got back from Iowa, where I had an office full of kids. Half of them were Democrats, half of them were Republicans that voted for Trump in 2016. He polls exceptionally well with the moderates in the middle, the libertarians, and we're even a lot of the Trump voters that are disenfranchised by his nonsense and his twittering the last 4 years. They're also jumping on our side. So he's actually he's the only favorite should he get the nomination to be there. Now, he's getting suppressed by MSNBC. Anytime they bring him up and they talk about him, they scoff. They go, whatever. But I'm telling you this, look, I'll run through. I like Amy very, very much. She did really, really well, and she surprised a lot of people. I was in Iowa. I made thousands of phone calls, and I talked to thousands of voters just like yourself, but in Iowa. Do you know why Amy did so well? It's because she's one of their own. The people in the Midwest are like a tight-knit community, and they viewed Amy as somebody that got their values. That was the only reason. I think when New Hampshire on Super Tuesday, when you guys do your thing, I think she might fall off a cliff. And I not anything against Amy. I like Amy. There's that one, and then so we can just go through them, and I'll explain to you why Yang is the only one that if you really, my biggest priority, I have a priority list. It's not climate change. It's not the right to choose. a woman's right to choose. It's not, the one thing, my biggest priority is voting that orange-haired bozo out of office. That's it. And I would be working for Amy if the Vegas lines had her as a favorite. They don't. So let's go through them. If you got 2 seconds. Okay, number one, Bernie. Bernie is too far to the left. He's a socialist. There is no way. Okay, so I'm not even going to touch that again. I'll let that one go. Biden did the worse than we did at the caucus. Now you might say, how that doesn't make sense. The Iowa caucus is all about exceeding expectations or underperforming. We weren't. If you keep this in mind, and I know this is crazy, and I know I'm the long shot, but the Democrats are a long shot. This, if to take out a president that has a market at the all-time high, it's never happened in the history. Has an incumbent president been taken out of office when the market was at an all-time high? So the whole Democratic nomination's a long shot, but this is why Yang. Biden massively underperformed as far as his expectation. They put a ton of money into it, and people just didn't come out. Bernie did okay. A Buttigieg. When I bring this up, I don't care. I'm liberal. I'm a registered Democrat. I don't. Again, it's all about beating Trump. I don't believe that someone of Buttigieg's orientation in 2020 is going to beat Trump. It makes me cringe to think about if Buttigieg gets the nomination, the stuff that's the things that Trump is going to say to Buttigieg is just going to be an absolute, it's going to be an absolute crap show. You agree with there? So I'm asking you. Oh no, I'm telling you, Andrew, watch Andrew. Yes, he does, and he's an idiot. But watch our boy Andy Yang. Watch how he speaks. He's the smartest guy in the room every time he talks. I know we're a long shot, okay? But when you vote at the primary, you got to keep in mind every Democrat's going to be a long shot. And the hardest thing about beating Trump is making you people believe that Andy Yang is somebody that can actually beat Trump, and he can. It's just a matter of getting people to even see that, because everybody loves him. He seems to be everybody's second favorite choice. But if we somehow, flip everybody around, Trump, I want Trump out of office. I do so bad. And that's why I spent 3 weeks in Iowa. And that's why I'm giving you a call, and you can hear it in my voice. If you're going to vote at the primary, no matter what, I'm just begging you, watch Andrew Yang tonight. And if he moves you and he captivates you, forget what the numbers are. Make your mark against the only person that is favored to beat Trump in Vegas. And they'll bring that up tonight. I swear to God, that's the first thing they'll bring up. But he's the only guy in Vegas that's favored by odds makers that have no agenda. Their business is just being on the right side of the money. Okay. I appreciate it so much, April. That's none of them. Nobody really grabs you. Everybody's just eh. And there hasn't been, it hasn't been since Obama. But that's the thing with that I love about Yang when he speaks. Look, what's the difference between Obama and Hillary? Not a whole lot as far as their policies are concerned. They're pretty evenly aligned as far as their policies go. The difference is Hillary's unlikable and robotic, and Obama is the smoothest talking black man that'll sing Al Green to you and make your heart melt. And Andrew Yang has that. He's not a smooth talking black man, but Andrew Yang has charisma. And it's not all that different from your high school president race. The charming, best looking, smartest person won. Same thing. We just got to get this guy in a position where people can't ignore him anymore. So his vote will mean the most to him. And we're begging you, please do what you can. Really keep an open mind tonight. And if you like him, put your mark by him. What do you say? All right, thank you so much for the time, April. Now, give him an honest shake. Bye-bye. Oh, shit, I hung up. I got to stop hanging up on the thing. Is anybody? I have one fan, Cassandra Rose. Oh, no, maybe I have 2 fans. There's people in here. Hi, everybody. So that's basically how it's done. You don't take no for an answer. Every single objection that comes in, you just absolutely blow past, and you don't ever want to focus on the negative. They're going to bring, I don't like him. And then you're going to have, what about this? So I'm going to get back on the phone. If you want to dial too, motion creates emotions. Be boisterous with your voice. I'll stand around. If I get pumped up, I'll walk around my room and my house, and motion creates emotion, and they hear that. I got if you. I'm watching you learn how to perfect. So basically, they want to hear your passion. If you call these people and you go, they're not going. Your voice can grab a hold of them. Your passion can make them stop what they're doing and listen to what you have to say, and that's the only chance. So I'm gonna get back on the phone, keep watching, keep doing stuff. Dial if you can. The phone's scary. I know. I've been doing this a long time. Love it. I love it too. I don't even know how to pronounce your first name, but I got 5 people watching me now. This is unbelievable. So I'm gonna get back on the phone. Why is my dialer only giving me Iowa? I don't know. I'm not. The campaign's an absolute joke. So, I'm a volunteer, and It doesn't matter. I'm gonna get back on the phone for you guys and hear my dumbass talk. All right, hold on. La la la. No, thank you. You're listening to me. It blows my mind that you people are here watching me do this. I do this every day for a living, and no one gives a shit. But I actually have an audience right now that just blows my mind. So thank you. I'm waiting to get hooked up. So I guess when you hear the beep, just start talking. So you're gonna hear a beep. Jump like, hey, how you doing? Hey, act like act like you know them, and they should know who you are. So I think that was Cassandra that did that. She's amazing. Uh, is that the link you're using to dial? I don't know. La la la. I'm dialing right now. I think. Click. Oh no, I haven't. I'm an idiot. I don't. I see. When I do this, I'm gonna do it the old-fashioned way. I get a little phone and I do one by one. It's crazy to have technology. Hey, Jocelyn. No, answer machine. No contact. La la la. I think I posted on Reddit too. Nope, only 6 people now. I'm losing y'all. I must not be entertaining enough. I did. I thought he did really well, but you know, it, um, I thought he did okay. I saw him speak in Iowa. It's the same thing. It's just he needs a public audience. Hey, how you doing, ma'am? Hey, do you have a second? My name's Mike Vanetten. I'm giving you a call out of Burlington, Iowa. I'm just going to ask you a really loaded question. Are you planning on voting at Super Tuesday at your primary? Do you have somebody that's 100% with you? Is there, do you know 100% who you're going with? Is there any turning you around? What do you think about our boy Andy Yang? He's a 45. Just because he's Asian, he doesn't. Just because you're Asian, he's 45 years old. Who are you voting for? Are you voting for Biden? Yeah, well, so what? How old was Obama? Can I just take 2 minutes to tell you about Andy Yang? Well, are you going to think about letting me tell you, or are you going to think about voting for Andrew Yang? Well, can I tell you a little bit about our boy Andy Yang if you got a second? All right, ma'am. Take care. Bye. So, all right. Oh shit, I did it again. All right, so I'm gonna have to sign back in. So right there, one thing she did, she told me right off the bat, I'm 100% on somebody else. Um, if you get 100% on someone else, you're wasting your time. Don't try to turn these people around. What you're waiting for is somebody who says, oh, I'm 60, 70%. There are people alike. I haven't decided. Those are people you key into and you spend your pitches on. Well, I'm back up to 10. Look, Ma. Look, hey, look, Ma. I made it. A big deal now. Anyway, I'm going to get back on this. And, if you guys want to hop on too, it's just, get pumped up, get excited. They hear you. So I gotta figure out technology. Recent. Thank you. Please enter my PIN and then pound. Oh, 1, 2, 5, 9, 7, 9, 3. Okay, so I'm gonna say remove do not call because she told me to eat balls, and I'm back at it. So that's about it. Like, hey, you got to be assertive to be on the phone. It's 8 million people. Hey, how you doing, Joe? Joey Jojo. Joey Jojo Johnson, the Homer, that's a terrible name. Okay, no contact. Joey Jojo didn't like me, and that's okay. She doesn't like me. I'm removing that one. So yeah, it's a lot of it gets boring. You got to just kind of have fun with it. As best you can is just it sucks. You're kind of like when you're fishing. You just sit around and fish, and then you get hooked up, and then it gets fun. But whatever. Who's everybody's second choice? Hey, how you doing? Julia. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. No, hung up. Okay, say no contact. So I don't know if these people are just getting bombarded by phone calls from people. So I don't know. No, you can't say that. You have to. You know who I like? I actually had dinner with him in Iowa. It was Tom Steyer. Really, I like Tom Steyer a lot. I like the way he talks. I guess you can have no second choice. I mean, if you don't have a second choice, your second choice is Donnie Trump. A vote for, you got to at least vote for somebody. Hey, Ann, excuse me, Miss Faulkner. Oh, my name is Mike Vanetten. Is she there? My name is Mike Vanetten. I'm giving you a call out of Iowa. I'm just going to ask you a really loaded question. Are you planning on voting at Super Tuesday for the primaries? Are you Trump supporters? Did you guys vote for Trump, Republicans? No? Okay. Then how are you not voting on Super Tuesday? Are you not in New Hampshire? Then how are you not? If you hate Trump, how are you not voting in your primary? I don't know. That doesn't make. Oh well, I think it's on next Tuesday then. I thought it was Super Tuesday. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you for the edification. Do you know who you're voting for? Is it 100%? Okay. Is there any way I could turn you around if I, told you that there's one guy in Vegas that's favored to beat Trump head to head, and it's not Bernie. It's Andrew Yang. Do you like Andy? I met him too. I worked the campaign trail in Iowa for 3 weeks. I was one of the only guys in our office that had claimed viability, and the reason nobody knew who the hell Andrew was, because of the. I love that you love him. You're my man. Are you and your wife going for Yang? No. Oh, is there any way I can get you off Amy and back onto Yang? I'm doing all right. No longer. Okay, so you're voting for Amy, and I can't turn you around. Go. All right, go Amy. All right, sir. Thanks, pal. I appreciate it. He offered me good luck. No contact. Remove. Do not call. Talk to correct person. So he's voting for Amy. I did the whole thing again. I think I'm trying to impress all you guys by turning people around. Again, if somebody tells you they're 100% on their candidate, he even said he loved Andrew. If somebody tells you they're 100% on their did I hang up on my? No, I'm still working. If somebody said they hung up, they're not going to do Andrew, and they're 100% on everyone else, just move on. Don't waste your pitches. Don't you can only do this for so long. I've been dialing the phone for more than 10 years. Hey, how you doing? Mary Jo. Hey, my name's Mike Vanetten. I'm giving you a call from all the way from sunny old San Diego, California. Just going to ask you a really loaded question. Are you planning on voting on the primaries on Tuesday? Perfect. Do you have that person in mind that you're absolutely positively going to vote for? What was that? Okay, perfect. You're exactly who I'm looking for. What do you think about Andrew Yang? Well, okay, you can. That's entirely. Can you just tell me why? What's holding you back from making your mark for Andrew? Okay, you're exact. Yes, 100%. We are. I'm gonna educate you on something. Okay. If it was Amy, if it was Buttigieg, if it would be Biden, I would be dialing the phone for them. I'm going to just lay some numbers out your way. I know that we're not polling as strongly as you'd like to see somebody who you're going to vote your primary for. But out in Las Vegas, where they make the lines for everything, you can bet on The Bachelor, you can bet on the Super Bowl. In Vegas, people set the lines. There is one candidate and only one Democratic candidate that is favored to beat Trump head to head. It's not Bernie. It's not Biden. It's not Warren. It's not Buttigieg. It's not Amy. It's Andrew Yang. Now that might sound crazy to you because we're a long shot as Democrats. I'm telling you that right now. Never in the history of the United States have we voted out a conservative in office when the market was at an all-time high. So that right there is we have a huge mountain to climb. The only candidate, okay, and this is why I'm dying to try to get this message out because I want Trump out of office so bad, is Andrew Yang. And the reason that is, and the reason Vegas takes in consideration of everything, they have no bias. Their bias is to be on the right side of the money. And the reason that he's favored is the Democrats are going to come out vote for the Democrats. Republicans are usually going to come out vote for the Republicans. It's all about swing voters and swing states. Andrew Yang polls exceptionally well with moderates, with libertarians, and with ex-Trump supporters, people that are so, I just got back from Iowa. I was there for 3 weeks working my tail off as a volunteer. I gave up my job in San Diego. I do pretty well. I'm a phone salesman. You're still talking to me. I just came back from there and out in Iowa, okay, I tried to do the same thing. I talked to 8 million people, and 8 million people were like, yeah, he's my second favorite choice. And then, we got about 6%. We exceeded expectations. Now, we're still a long shot, but I want to make this abundantly clear to you. The Democratic Party beating Trump is a long shot. And I am dying, okay, tonight, when you watch the debates, see if he does anything for you. And believe me, and I've got 100 people that are watching me right now that are dialing the phone too. We're all trying to make something magical happen with this kid. He's the only one, ma'am, that is favored to beat Trump head to head. And if your biggest, everybody's got their priorities. Is it climate change? Is it the right to choose? Is it the economy? For me, it it is. Well, that's exactly. I mean, I can't believe that he went and opened up those coal and those. It's just like, what are you doing? But I no, but I mean, climate change for me is a huge thing. It's also, and a lot of people don't understand this. And it was kind of like climate change. For you heard about climate change and global warming 30 years ago. People, Americans, do not really pay attention to anything until it's right on their doorstep. And the reason that I originally became a Andy Yang supporter, and that's why I'm doing this, is because the first time I ever saw him speak, he talked about the one thing that I thought nobody was talking about: automation. There, in 5 years, one of the biggest occupations in the United States is truck driving. There's 3.5 million truck drivers out there working, taking care of their family. In 5 years, they will replace those truck drivers with automated cars that drive themselves like Teslas do. This is a foregone conclusion. He's the only one that's trying to address that situation now. So I am asking you, okay? I don't know who you like. I don't know if you might have said Amy, or the lady I talked to before. You might have said Amy. I'm not sure who you like, but okay, then it wasn't you. I've been on the phone for 2 hours by now. Anyway, we're climbing Mount Everest. I'm not going to stop until it's the 12th round. I know we're the underdog in the DNC, but I'm asking. And if there's anything, if you hear it in my voice, if you hear my passion, I'm begging you, okay? The more votes we get for this guy, if he exceeds expectations in New Hampshire, we can really catch fire, because there is no Democrat that's really separating themselves. As you know, you're undecided. All the Democrats are pretty If we can get your vote next Tuesday, we can change the world together. What do you say? Okay. Everybody likes him. He's everybody's second favorite choice. Everybody's afraid that. Again, I mean, I'll go through them. I mean, I'll tell you why Trump will run the floor with everybody. Bernie is too far to the left with his socialism ideas. He's never going to attract swing voters to swing states when the market's at an all-time high, and that guy preaching socialism. Warren just doesn't have that charisma to really capture. Biden did the worst out of everybody in Iowa, because it's all about exceeding expectations or underperforming. He underperformed. He's done. Same with Warren. Warren did too. And then Buttigieg, I don't know how you feel about if Mayor Pete. I like Mayor Pete. I like the people working for Mayor Pete. They're brilliant people, but I'm not sure a man of his orientation in 2020. I don't think the United States is there yet. I think that's going to scare away a lot of those swing voters in swing states. So a vote for anybody but Andy Yang this Tuesday, for you, is a vote for another 4 years of Trump. I want you to remember that. Hey, I appreciate your passion and you for listening to me, ma'am. Thank you so much, Mary. Have yourself a wonderful day. Remember me on Tuesday, okay? Bye. Maybe. And see, that's the issue, is nobody knows who he is. Super Tuesdays in March. I know I keep saying that. I'm stupid. But I'll just say Tuesday. I love that Andy personalization. Yeah, that's pretty cool. How many people? Okay, I got 20 now. Look at me grow. So that's somebody right off the bat. Okay. I qualified her, and she said she's undecided. Those are people you key into. If you get to decided 100%, back off. The next person will be undecided. Great work. Thanks, Pat. I'm good on the phone. So when you dial it, just it's all about qualifying. And then when you hook a fish, it's all just about being excited. If I'm recording all these conversations. I can just upload the one that I just posted. She said at the end, "I love your passion, Mike. I love your charisma." That's what's really going to translate through when you dial the phone for these people. is your voice. Be boisterous, be be excited. Move around if you have to. Just whatever it takes to get you going. And please, begging you, help me, help you. Please upload. Very inspiring. There's a bunch. I'll tell you what I'll do. I have a bunch of closes from Iowa. Let me try to find them. I have them. And what I will do is I'll upload there, and you guys can listen to all of them. I was flipping Trump's, Biden's, Warren's, Amy's. Amy's were tough, man. Iowans, they love their own. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to try to get you guys a link. Okay, there it is. So here's a link with some training vids that we made back in Iowa. And made those in Iowa. And then I have a bunch of closes that are audio you can listen to. They're all kind of the same. Just get people to grab out. I know we need 10,000 of me. That would be great. This is yeah, you got to have passion, man. You have to have passion when you're talking. Otherwise, you're not going to grab anybody's attention. I'm going to get back on the phone because nobody cares. You got to work harder. Okay, let's see if I can. Okay, click here to start calling. Okay. Say something. There's all your. Hey, Alex. Hey, you guys see Alex Holden right here? This is the smartest human being I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. I am so happy he's with us because if he wasn't, he'd be a supervillain. He literally is Lex Luthor from Superman. Like, if he wanted to use his powers for evil, he could rule the world. I think I'm dialing. Yeah, I'm still dialing. You guys, hey, how you doing? Yeah, my name is Mike Vanette. I'm looking for Bob Keddick. My name is Michael Van Etten. I'm calling you all the way from San Diego, California. I'm just going to ask you a really loaded question. No, Michael Van Etten. I'm doing great. How are you? It's beautiful. I'll tell you what. I just got back from Iowa. When I first got to Iowa, oh no, I was just I'm calling about the primary, but who cares? Yeah, I'm inviting you to San Diego. I got a guest room. You want to come? You and your husband? I'm calling you. No, I'm calling you about the primaries. I was just in Iowa. You want to talk about? I don't know how cold New Hampshire gets, but I was just in Iowa. Oh, I know. But all my family's from back east in Jersey and New York City. I've been in 10-degree weather. I had no idea the difference between 10-degree weather and the difference between minus 26 was. When I got off the airport in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, I walked outside and I took a breath and my lungs burned. And I said, what the hell is this? So that was my first, what? Excuse me? Oh, hey, Bob. I got Bob. All right, Bob. Thanks, Bob. The wife's getting Bob for me. How did you know I was calling about Andrew Yang? Hey, how you doing, Bob? Oh, okay. I'm using the dialer. So I just got back from Iowa. I'm back in San Diego now. If you and your wife want to come and visit me and my wife's guest room, we got a beautiful guest room right by downtown San Diego. Anyway, I'm calling to ask you if you know who you're voting for on Tuesday. Okay, you're perfect. You don't know, so you're undecided. I'm gonna do my best, my damnedest to try to get you on our side. You already know I'm calling with Andy Yang. That's number one. Now I'm gonna go through priorities with you. I don't know what your priority is with this election. I don't know if it's the economy, if it's healthcare, if it's climate change, if it's the woman's right to choose. I'll tell you what my number one priority is. My number one priority is voting Donald Trump, Donnie Dealmaker, the orange buffoon, out of office. that needs to happen for me. Now, the reason I'm calling you with Andy Yang and the reason I'm dialing and blah 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 is there's one candidate. Okay, there's one candidate that is actually favored. No, no, I'll explain that to you right now if you want. I can let me finish my first thought, and then I'll get to the data. So there's one candidate, okay, that is actually favored to beat Trump head to head in Vegas. Vegas is unbiased, but Vegas will take action on the Bachelor, the Bachelorette, the football game, the basketball game. Vegas makes billions of dollars being on the right side of money. There is one candidate that is favored to beat Trump head to head. It's not Biden, it's not Bernie, it's not Buttigieg, it's not Warren, it's not Amy. It's Andrew Yang. Now, that might surprise you, but the reason that is because Andy Yang polls at the Democrats are going to vote for the Republicans are going to vote for the Republican. Andrew Yang polls exceptionally well with the moderates in the middle, the constitutionalists, the libertarians, and when I was in Iowa for 3 weeks, half of the office were Trump supporter Republicans. He does exceptionally well with the people on the right. So he's actually a big time favorite to beat Trump. The only thing is the Democratic Party are doing everything they can to stop him. Now let's get into the data. Okay, so what do you know about the freedom dividend? They call it the freedom dividend. Yeah, I'm listening. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Perfect question. That was when I was in Iowa, and I got a minute to speak at my precinct. I managed to make Andrew. I was one of the only precincts in my office that made Andrew viable. And the reason what I did was I took my minute because when I worked the room before it started, I found out that all anybody knows about Andy Yang is he's Asian. They don't even know he's Chinese, but he's Asian, and he wants to give everybody $1,000. Now, here's where the money comes from. The money is going to come from, before I preface this, in Alaska for the last 40 years. The Alaskan government, if you and your wife wanted to move to Alaska, they give you $2,000 a year. Why? Because it's called an oil dividend. It comes from the oil companies that drill up in Alaska. They give to the people. Now, it actually, in my opinion, should be called the data dividend. You have companies, Google, Facebook, Apple, Netflix, I think I already said Facebook. You have these internet companies that dwarf the biggest company you grew up with, Standard Oil. These companies make Standard Oil look like chump change as far as how much money they're all making. Now, these companies do not pay a dime in taxes. Not a dime. They put their money in a Cayman offshore account, and that's that, right? The freedom dividend and what I want to call is the data dividend is, what does Google do? Do you have any idea what Google does? Mm-hmm. 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 So anytime, do you have a Gmail account, for example, like your email account? Is it a Gmail? Okay, for example, when you sign up for Gmail, you give them your name, you give them your email address, you give them your phone number, you give them your street address, you give them your gender, they know your age. That's your data. Oh, I know your age. And I know your street number. I think. Well, I think I could. Well, if I delete, I could print it up. In Iowa, I got everybody's info. No, you're 76 years old and you're a male, right? How do I know that? How do I know that? Well, no, it's not public record. That's your data. Now, these companies buy and sell your information constantly to the tune of trillions of dollars. Well, it's not just junk mail. It's not just junk mail in your mailbox. It's junk mail your email address. And they listen in on your phone, and they listen to your hobbies and all that stuff you talk about. And then, oh, look, you magically get an offer for something that you were talking to your buddy about while you're fishing. This is the world we live in. Now, it's your data. It's my data. Okay. And if these companies are going to make more money they know what to do with and not pay taxes, this is a data dividend. It is your name. It is your information. You can choose to not share that and not get your $1,000 a month. But if these companies are going to use your data to make gajillions of dollars, you, the American citizen, are entitled to some of that, correct? Well, that's where the data dividend comes in. Well, perfect. Can I get? We're not going to be able to tax them, but this is a way to circumvent their ability for their tax havens to go out. They need to pay a dividend to the people that they're using. Same with the oil companies. So that's where the money's coming from. Now, I explained to you. He's the only one that's favored to beat Trump. I mean, I understand that the Democratic nomination's a long shot, sir. We are the longest of the long shots. Okay. Now, if you're going to vote for a guy, why wouldn't you vote for the long shot of the long shots that's actually favored to beat Trump head to head? I mean, that's really, if it was Buttigieg, believe me, my passion would be, dialing for Mayor Pete and telling everybody why they need to vote for Mayor Pete. In 2020, a man of his orientation, I just don't see it. I don't think the first thing Trump's going to say in a head-to-head debate is going to be the first man. The Trump's going to absolutely positively just point that out. And I don't see swing voters in swing states, looking past his orientation. So I'm begging you, I'm asking you what was that? Because of his orientation? Yeah, it's a game. I agree. And so, yeah. Endorse. So Buttigieg is out for you. Let's talk about Bernie and why Bernie needs to be out for you. Bernie is too far to the left and too old, but he's also a socialist. Okay, so what do you think about Biden? Okay, well, what about Biden? Oh, he's 80. Yeah, he's 80. Biden's 78. Sanders is 80 and Biden's 78, and I think Warren's 77. Oh, okay. Who am I thinking of then? Okay. Okay. Bloomberg is 77. I agree. You've just gone over all the people you're not voting for. Who do you like? So if you don't like any of them and you don't know who you're going to vote for, I'm begging you, give Andrew Yang he's going to be at the debates tonight. Listen to the man speak, and if he doesn't hit, oh well, he already did the town hall. The town hall was 2 days ago. No, it's the debates. The debates are tonight. Yeah. All of them, right? I don't know how this. I'm the least. I know it's crazy for me to say this, but I'm the least political person you've ever talked to. I've never really done anything like this. I can't believe I dropped everything and went to Iowa in the sleet and the ice to try to help these people. But I'm telling you, you're undecided. You're exactly who I'm looking for. Watch Andy Yang tonight, and then go vote for him on Tuesday. Yeah, that's old school. Yeah, I understand that, sir. Butthurt. Yeah. My wife's godfather, when Hillary lost in 2016, he stopped talking to half the family that if you didn't hate Trump, he stopped talking to you. And that's so stupid to me and ridiculous. It's like the world is made up of different opinions and values. And that's the most important thing. All I'm asking you to do, I'm begging you, all I'm begging you to do. You don't know who you're going to vote for. You don't like anybody. Watch the debates tonight. And if Andrew Yang rubs you the right way, vote for him on Tuesday. And I know he's going to rub you the right way because he rubs everybody the right way. All right. If you like him, can I get you to vote for him on Tuesday? Shoot. His okay. I understand that. So basically, he worked in Washington. He's not political, or he has very little experience actually being a mayor, but and working. I mean, that scares a lot of people away. But I think with the Trump thing is Trump threw out Paul. You don't have to be a lifetime be in lifetime of politics to be the president anymore. And I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I think if you're a lifetime politician, is you're absolutely positively, God, I can't think of the word. You're just kind of immune to being a decent, pure person. But so what he did in Washington, right? His job was to start local. He helped. He had a nonprofit in Washington D.C. where he helped people build other businesses. So his business was he help you with your small startup business, and he did very, very well for himself. He's a businessman, but he's a businessman that wants to make the world a better place. And he's talking about the one topic that it's like climate change 15 years ago. Nobody even acknowledges it until the entire continent of Australia is on fire. No one even bothers to worry about it until Australia is just burning to the ground. And everybody goes, you know what? Maybe there's something to that climate change argument. Automation is that next thing. Automation is going to put out half the workers in the United States won't have jobs in 5 years. 3.5 million jobs are truck drivers. Every one of those jobs are going to be cut when, well, yes, those Teslas, yeah. Uh-huh. She's a Democrat. I'm a Democrat too. And it does. The Teslas are already on the road. They drive by themselves. In 5 years, every one of those semis is not going to have a truck driver there. So what the hell are these uneducated? Nothing wrong with being a truck driver, but if you're uneducated and you're 55 years old, what the hell are you going to do? That's where the freedom dividend comes in. So what we need to do is we need to put more money into the local economy. 73%. Thanks, Alex. What's up? I'm listening. I think. I was okay. I was baptized Catholic. Is that you're Lutherans? I believe in God. I'm very spiritual. I don't go to church anymore, but I understand what church is. It's all about community. I'm actually actively looking for a church I feel comfortable in. The Catholic Church to me is uncomfortable. It's very tight. It's not really what I'm looking for, but I absolutely believe in God. I believe in morals. I believe in the 10 Commandments. I believe in the Bible. You know, I don't necessarily think. I would love to be. All right, I'll tell you what. I'll make a deal with you. If you and your wife tell me right now that you will primary for Andrew Yang, I will go to the Lutheran Church and become a Lutheran. All right. Did you hang up on me? All right, I think I got him. I don't know. He's not there anymore. He's still there. Did I? Yeah. I think I got him. All right, he's done. So he was undecided. You still there? Did you put me on mute? You muted me. Did you mute me? You muted me. You muted me. Okay, so they're done. I just flipped those two. They're undecided. They didn't like anybody, and I got him laughing, and he's going to vote for Andrew Yang. So there's two more for Yang. Guys, I need you guys. You know, I can only – I've been on this thing for an hour. Okay. I've flipped or I've talked to, hopefully, in best case scenario, I flipped 5 people. If all of you get on the fucking dialer and all of you talk and flip 5 people, it exponentially grows. And that's the only fucking way we have a prayer in the world at this. We're a long shot. Make no mistake. Jesus would really like to eliminate poverty. He really would. He should. I mean, I agree. Say my mission is to spread gospel. My mission is to do good. What did Thomas Paine say? I love that quote. I gotta look it up. Hold on. The world is my country. All mankind are my brethren, and to do good is my religion. I love Thomas Paine. All right, I did 40 minutes of voter ID calls earlier, but they had to get. But that's cool, Alex. You got to do what you got to do. Anything you can do to help. But wow, I got 25 people now. Shit, how long should I do this for, guys? I'm gonna put up. I have a job too. I'm not doing right now, so I can flip these voters. All right, should I make more phone calls? I mean, shit, I really like it makes releases some sort of chemical every time I see that more and more people watch me. Forever. Fucking goddamn, I'm not a robot. Fucking hey, forever. All right. Talk to the correct person. All right, I'm back at it. I need more coffee. Can somebody at least fucking send me some coffee? Forever till the end of time, fam. Fuck you, Pat Rock. Why don't you dial the phone? Never sleep. We're building this. Guys, I'm not Alex, dude. Alex can sleep for two hours a night. I can't do that. I need my night. Hey, how you doing, sir? Susie. Yeah, sir. I'm looking for Susie Briggs. No good. Hey, are you voting at the primary on Tuesday? Are you voting at the primary on Tuesday? Are you a registered Democrat? Because the primaries. No, if everybody was a Democrat, Donnie Dealmaker would not be the president. Are you going? All right, bye. You're welcome. Remove, do not call. No contact. Dave. David Caffrey. Dave. Elodian. Nope. Dude, don't scare me like that. AEAF25. I have a very my trade is very limited. Not a lot of people can do this. And if they get robots to do this, I'm never gonna make another dime. Hello, let's go. One more hour. I can do an hour. Hey, how you doing? Vicky. Victoberfest. I'm in hey, we're part of San Diego. Talk to remove. I'm gonna say no contact. Hold on. What part of San Diego? Don't leave me hanging, pal. La Jolla. I'm in Golden Hill, right next to downtown. You rich? What kind of car you drive out there? Tesla? Fancy pants. La Jolla. $53. Once I'll tell you a story in Iowa. So I called this crazy lady who's screaming at me because I called her on Sunday at 4. Hold on. So I called this woman at 4 on a Sunday, and the woman was crazy, and she starts screaming that I'm interrupting her supper. She's like, "How would you like it if I called you?" I was like, "I'd love it. Hey, how you doing?" Chris. I'm looking for Chris. Okay. Are you voting for the Hell no. I'm Andrew Yang's campaign. Do you like Andy? We're hammering you. I'm sorry. Are you voting at the primary on Tuesday? Do you know who you're voting for? Absolutely positively? No givebacks? I'll tell you what, hang up, give me 30 seconds, and I know you're open. Let me just tell you, okay, a little bit about who I'm calling you with. I'm calling you on behalf of Andrew Yang. Is he your second favorite choice like he is with everybody else? I like him. Okay, I'm gonna just try to, just set the timer. Just give me 3 minutes. Ready? I'm just gonna tell you why I love Andy Yang. Sorry, I have a little bit. It's a little Trumpy in me where I like to just exaggerate. So, okay. So my biggest priority. I don't know what yours is. I don't know if it's climate change, if it's a woman's right to choose, if it's the economy. My number one priority is getting Trump out of office. We have the market is at an Okay, so the market's at an all-time high. Never in the history in the United States economy has a conservative been voted out of office when the market's at an all-time high. Never ever. So we're standing in front of Mount Everest right now. Now, according to Vegas, you can bet on The Bachelor, you can bet on football, baseball, basketball, everything. You can even bet on the presidential election. There is one candidate for the Democratic Party that's favored to beat Trump head to head. One. Everybody else is a massive under. It's Andrew Yang. I'm not bullshitting you when I tell you that. I'm not making this up. The reason that is he pulls exceptionally well with the people in the middle, the swing voters, the independents, the moderates, the constitutionalists, all these people, right? And even I just came back from Iowa. I live in San Diego. I flew all the way to Iowa for 3 weeks to try to make this world a better place and leave this place better than it was when I got here. Well, I'll tell you what. I was a volunteer. Oh, let me tell you. I'll tell you. The volunteers that I had the pleasure of working with were the most brilliant human beings I've ever met. One guy was a geologist for ExxonMobil. He was actually a crazy. He's way right winger. But I digress. That was one. The other one was a guy who was a data entry analyst for the English Bank in New York City. I met another brilliant guy that owns a bar down in the Bahamas. I met all of these brilliant people. Now, the volunteers that had jobs and careers were brilliant. The campaign for Andrew Yang, in my experience, were a bunch of neck beard, mouth breathing doofuses that were just got jobs because they were the first ones on board. I'm glad, we didn't. Our campaign, it was not run that well, especially compared to somebody like Buttigieg. That was run by pros. Anyway, let me get back to my point about beating. Yeah, where's this thousand? You can say, I want you to challenge me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest with you. We're a long shot. We're standing in front of Mount Everest. Okay. Now we shouldn't even be here right now. We were the little Asian guy that wanted to give everybody $1,000. And if you've ever watched MSNBC, every time they bring him up, they roll their eyes and they make it sound like he doesn't have a chance. You know that. I know that. There's definitely an agenda to suppress his information. Why? I don't know. But I would say for you is we're kind of in the process of going. Believe me, the campaign should be a hell of a lot more organized with better people in charge. But my main goal, and this is why I'm volunteering for you, I'm not working right now. Okay, so I can volunteer my time to try to make up some of the ground on the untalented people they have working for this campaign. Okay, I'm so sorry. I wish it was different, but the volunteers and the people that are working are the ones that are trying to pick up the slack. I can't do anything about that, but I believe me. What do you mean a coup? No, I think it was just I'm always going to be honest. Uh-huh. Well, but do you like Warren? Do you like Warren? Does she does she have a prayer in the world of beating Trump? I understand that, but does she have a prayer in the world of beating Trump head to head? She she you can be brutally honest. She absolutely positively has a better chance of getting to the Democratic nomination. I would not argue that at all. But as far as beating him, she doesn't have a prayer in the world. She is not. Do you disagree? Is she a very good speaker? I mean, what did she say at the? You like her speech? What? Okay, I understand. You want to see a woman president in your lifetime. I don't blame you for that. I know you have $3, and you want the $3 to have them as that they can be president one day. I totally get that. I'll tell you my issue with Warren was if you watch the town hall speech, she just came off kind of weak when she tried to, at the Iowa debates when her campaign, and this is just campaign stuff. Her campaign told her, "Hey, you're polling really weak. People think you were weak. You need to go make a statement." So what did she do? She walked up to Bernie and she said, "You called me a liar," and it made her look even more weak. If you think that she's going to go, hold on, and she I never. You're putting words in my mouth. I never said she was bitchy. I said she was weak. It was weak. No, it wasn't strength. It was weakness. Again, if her against Trump on the same platform, if you don't think that Trump is going to absolutely bulldoze that woman like he did with Hillary in 2016, I don't know what to tell you. It sounds like you're firmly in the Warren campaign because your biggest priority isn't getting Trump out of office. Your biggest priority is seeing a woman president in your lifetime as soon as possible. I'm yeah. Am I bad at this? Okay, well, I didn't think I had you in the first place because you were going to vote for Warren anyway. So I think you were going to go to Warren no matter what I do. I think you were going to vote for Warren no matter what I do. I could have flipped you. Or, thank you. I appreciate you. I will. Okay. I'm sorry. You too. Take care. Bye. Okay. That was a Warren supporter that wants to see a woman in office, and she just wanted to pick apart my argument and tell me how smart she was. I've met a lot of feminists like that. They all like Warren. It happens. You're not going to get everybody. So I don't know how much. Oh shit! I got 55 more minutes of this. There was no flip. Yeah, there was no flipping her. So don't waste your time on non-buyers. So what she was, if you ever seen The Wolf of Wall Street, I am a kind of like that. Like I'm the guy on the phone. I raise capital for investments in this business. We call this a stroke. Somebody goes, yeah, 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 and then when it comes to fill out a check and sending me money, they go, nope, she was a stroke, and that's okay. You're going to get strokes. So you just keep on moving and moving and moving. And she didn't like when I said that Warren was weak. That was when it was done. So, goddamn. All right, let me figure out how to get back on this. You guys are zipping all my energy. No contact. I'm going to remove her. She said I was terrible at doing what I do, and that's okay. Not everybody's going to like you. I have no problem, Alex. I have no problem with the woman being president either. I just don't think she can beat Trump. Amy, I don't know about Amy. I like Amy more than Warren. I think Warren is a little bit of a crying grandma. She talks really, it's just, and what did she say? She wants, hey, how you doing, Heather? Heather. Hey, my name is Mike Vanette, and I'm giving you a call out of San Diego, California. I'm just going to ask you a really loaded question. Do you plan on voting at the primaries on Tuesday? Do you have somebody in mind 100%, or is it open? Okay. I just came from Iowa where he did really, really well. I'm just going to leave you with this before you go. Do you think somebody of his orientation is ready to beat Trump head to head and to get the presidency in 2020? Okay, then I'm not going to be able to turn you around. Oh, bye. Bye. She likes Buttigieg, and I'm not going to fucking spend 25 minutes, wasting my pitches and trying to turn her around. So we're just going to move on. What am I saying? Amy has more that's a good word, pragma. I think just Amy just has it. I agree with you. If she gets the nomination, I'll vote for her. Hell, if Warren gets the nomination, I'll vote for her. I just don't think Warren's going to get the nomination. Knowing from benefits, but do the most work in the world. My biggest thing that Warren said at the town hall meeting was she said she wants to open up the borders and give every illegal immigrant health care. Now, as somebody who doesn't have insurance living in San Diego, I have to go to Tijuana tomorrow because I have to go get my asthma inhalers, my asthma medication, because I don't want to spend $2,000 a month on insurance, and then my deductible is more for the medicine than it is if I just go buy it from Tijuana. So I don't have insurance, and I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear we're just going to hand a bunch of we're just gonna open up the border and just give everybody free healthcare. I don't see that. So we got to take care of people at home first. The worst of the countries, Buttigieg will get murdered. Yeah, Buttigieg will get murdered by Trump. Head to head, if you can imagine Trump just fucking needling that man about, poking him about his orientation and the first man and all that. I don't know. I honestly, if Yang doesn't get it, I honestly, a little piece of me wants to see that happen just so I can see just Trump just absolutely just railroad that dude. So, all right. That was a nice break. I really like answering these questions. You guys make me feel important. Okay. I'm going to get back on the dialer. I agree. I don't think anyone can beat Trump except for our boy Andy. He's the only one that has a prayer in the world. But nobody cares. Nobody cares. I can't. God bless you too. List the link so it can be found on YouTube. I don't know what that means, Alex. You keep telling me to do stuff, and I just figured out how to do this. I'm a moron. If you need to know how to make a top 8 on MySpace, I'm your man. But I'm old now. I don't know how any of this shit works. Go to Video Manager, find the video. Hey, how you doing? They just hung up. Go to Video Manager, find the video you want to change, then click Edit. Oh, you want me to make it public? Okay. Live chat. Go to Video. I don't know where's Video Manager. I don't know how to go to Video Manager. I don't know if I can end this stream or what. I'll tell you what okay, so I see participants, pop out chat, toggle, live chat. Well, maybe this one. Your channel, go to Video Manager, find the video. Maybe in my channel. Nope, I don't want to leave. Anyone here read Yang's book? I think everybody Yang rang. All right, let me get back on do my thing. I'll tell you what I'll do. This one will be closed. I will make it public tomorrow when I open on up. 3 hours. You read it in 3 hours? Fuck, I wish I could read that fast. I have dyslexia. I've always been a terrible reader. No contact. I just got so my the guy's deal I'm selling for, he he owes me like 14 grand. And I told him I'm not dialing for him until he pays me my money, and he's sending me like a grand at a time trying to get me to dial. But I'm all about the Yang gang, man. So I'm going to tell him to, pound sand until he gives me all my money. I'm on page 50. You're so inspiring, Mike. Grace, you are inspired. Grace is a lovely, lovely lady. You're from Texas, right? If every Democrat just read the healthcare section, if every Democrat read, like being in Iowa, it fucking blew my mind. One, how stupid the caucus like event is. Hey, how you doing? I'm looking for Victor? Thank you. Perfect. I'll tell you what. I'm just going to ask you the loaded question. Are you planning on caucusing on Tuesday? Or excuse me, not caucusing, voting at the primary. I just got back from Iowa. Sorry. Do you have somebody in mind? Is it still up in the air? I think she hung up on me. She did. Okay. So back to my story about Iowa that just blew my mind. One, the caucus is this. I volunteer at the local rec center. I'm a chairman of the rec. No one cares. That was more organized than the caucus was, which just blew my mind. How he put so much stock in elect presidents in this. The people in Iowa, I talked to them. They would vote for somebody because they got a door hanger on their door. And I talked to a guy, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm voting for Buttigieg." And I go, "What about his orientation?" He goes, "What do you mean?" I was like, I'm like, "Why are you voting for Buttigieg?" He's like, "I got something in the mail on him. They put it in my door." Oh, but what about his orientation? What about it? He's a homosexual, right? What? Ah, fuck that. Who do you want me to vote for? Andrew Yang. Okay, I'll caucus. Okay, I'll caucus for him. And that's how it went. It's just crazy. Are you using Van to get everyone's number? I don't know what Van is. If every Democrat just read the healthcare, yeah, I don't know, man. I wish people just cared more. All right, nobody wants to hear my fucking stupid thoughts, so I'm gonna get back on the phone. Yeah. Don't even. So we tied with Bernie 13-13 to be viable. We're both viable. To get the extra delegate, they called in and flipped the coin. I didn't even get to see the coin flip. Hey, how you doing? Annette? Annette, how you doing? My name is Mike Finetton. I'm sorry to bother you, but I'm calling you all the way from San Diego, California. I'm just going to ask you a really loaded question. Are you planning on voting at the primary on Tuesday? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time. Take care. No, it's okay. It happens. Bye. I like that thought. He means the link to your. Grace. I am retarded. There are two things that I'm good at. Well, one, and that's dialing the phone and talking to people. The YouTube streaming. This is all new to me. I have no idea what I'm doing. Watching the press interviews. Some participants in the caucus really made me realize why he's polling so low there. The reason he's polling so low there, I'll tell you. I made thousands of. I'll tell you. No one knows who the fuck he is. The reason that we know who Yang is we're the YouTube crowd. We're the YouTube generation. We go through stuff and, who's this little Asian guy talking on Joe Rogan? I like him. If you are not on their vehicle of information, the MSNBC thing, they don't know who you are. All that anybody knew about Andrew Yang, I'm telling you this for the most part, across the board, was he's Asian and he wants to give me $1,000. And that's all anybody knew about him. So without really without him being at the debates, really killed the movement with the Iowa caucus, and MSNBC and CNN just scoffing about him. So people aren't ready for Yang. Yes, they are. They just don't know they're ready for him. All right. I'm going to keep on going. Keep on going. I'm so stupid. I just hung up my phone. Okay. 1259793 pound. I'm now connected. Everyone should be a Yank supporter. Like anybody who saw him, that's a Democrat. Everybody loved him. That's the most frustrating part. It's just you know, like he needs to get in people's faces, and I wish, who votes? Old people. Who doesn't go on YouTube? Old people. Well, you have to understand that hey, how you doing? Peter? Peter. Yeah, I'm looking for Pete. Yeah, my name is Mike Venetton. I'm giving you a call all the way from San Diego, California. I'm just going to ask you a really loaded question. Do you know who you're voting for on Tuesday at the primary, or if you're voting? What campaign? Who am I endorsing and trying to? Well, I'm a volunteer for Andrew Yang's campaign. Do you have any thoughts on Andy Yang? Perfect. You're exactly who I'm looking for. If you got 2 minutes, set your timer. I'm gonna make my best pitch to you, and then feel free to hang up on me when you've had enough of hearing my stupid voice. I don't know what your priorities are as far as. I'll tell you my priorities. As far as what's most important to you as your vote. Is it the right to choose, a woman's right to choose? Is it climate change? Is it automation? I don't know. I'll tell you what mine is. My number one priority is getting that big buffoon out of office named Donnie Dealmaker. That's it. And that's why I'm dialing you with Andrew Yang. Andrew Yang is out in Vegas. They make the odds for everything. You can bet on football, baseball, basketball. Hell, you can bet on The Bachelor. The only candidate that is favored to beat Trump head to head is Andrew Yang. Why? He polls exceptionally well with moderates, with libertarians, with undecideds, and with Trump supporters that are just had enough of Trump's nonsense. He's the only one that's favored, and he's a pretty big favorite, 3-1 to beat Trump. Now, as far as him getting the Democratic nod, that's the long shot. But the Democrats themselves are long shots. Do you like Andy Yang? Have you seen enough of him? He spoke at the town hall. Did you happen to catch that 2 days ago? Okay. You have to go. You have 40 things to do. Do me a favor before I let you go. Tonight's the debate. Tonight's the debate, ma'am. I want you to watch him closely, and if he moves you, if you like him, I want you to go primary for him and vote for him on Tuesday. Deal? Sold. Thank you so much, ma'am. Have a great day. Wonderful. Bye. Okay, so I just flipped her. I think she's gonna watch them. I think she's gonna like them. Yeah, probably. I'm 22 and I hate MSN already. MSM or MSNBC? Is that what you mean by MSM? Everyone did friend zone. People are too hung up. It's fascinating talk. Everyone is Yanks for. It's nice talking to you guys. I'm 22 and I hate MSN already. Haha. Yeah. Don't hate them. Just understand that I don't mean to have my tinfoil on my head and to tell you that jet fuel can't melt steel beams, but this is how they suppress information. The vehicle that provides information to the consumer, right? It's rigged for whatever reason. I don't know if you didn't make the proper back alley handshake and deals with the right people yet, but MSNBC is just not having it. He actually does better on Fox News. So, yeah, mainstream media. I don't want to sound like who's the Infowars guy, Alex Jones. I don't want to sound like the Infowars guy, but yeah. See, I'm getting tired. I'm worn out. I'm losing my steam. But yeah, I don't want to, say that, but it's true. It's and that was what was really cool about Trump is Fox News tried to suppress Trump and he fucking won. So that's kind of what we're looking for here. All right, let me get back at it because, again, no one cares about my stupid opinion. I didn't originally, but just being around, I really like Steyer. I like the way Steyer speaks. I'd love this. I think Steyer can go toe to toe with Trump head to head in a debate. Of all of them, I like Steyer. I really do. I don't know. Hey, how you doing, Sharon? Yeah, I'm looking for Sharon. Do I got? My name is Mike Vanette, and I'm calling you out of San Diego, California. I'm just going to ask you a loaded question. Are you planning on voting at the primary on Tuesday? Perfect. Do you have anybody in mind? Trump? Hey, I like Trump too. I guess it doesn't even matter. I was in Iowa. Oh, he hung up on me. He's a Trump supporter. Nothing wrong with that. Go Trump. There's a lot of them. The mainstream media wants to tell you that Trump doesn't have a prayer, but they did this shit 4 years ago. The craziest thing about the caucus, the lady that hosted me, she was also a precinct captain. They were at a big school in Burlington, and the cafeteria on one side they did the Democratic caucus, and the gym on the other side, the Republican caucus. Now, there's no reason for these people to caucus if you're a Republican, right? Trump's the man. She said there were more Republicans at the caucus with their Trump and Pence signs than there were Democrats that came. So that's just, bro, I get 2 emails already. What? I see. I don't know. Like it's tough to stay second choice or whatever. I'm just gonna go with who I like. If I like Steyer when I heard him talk. It's just that was it. And the person that I think can give us the best shot against Trump is another long shot, Steyer. I don't care. I don't like any other Democrats but Yang. Regardless, okay, I'll tell you this as somebody who's worked. I suck off the teat of capitalism. These guys I call are all accredited. They're all multimillionaires, and they put money into stuff because they just have extra money, and they like me. I will say that no matter who gets in office, the market is going to tank in the next couple of years. I promise all of you that. So the economy is going to keep on rolling until the one day it doesn't, and then it's inevitability. Now, I don't know if anybody gets in that isn't Trump, it would be real interesting because everybody's going to point the finger at them and blame them for the economy tanking. So I don't know, whatever. But not even Trump supporter. I don't mind Trump. There's a lot of things that Trump. I tell everybody. I say the same thing. I'm supposed to be on the phone, but I'm so burned out. I say to everything to these Trump supporters. I tell them. Or not Trump supporters, the MSNBC liberals. My mom, for example, my dad, my dad made a Twitter. My dad doesn't know shit about technology. My old man, he's a Biden guy. He's the old Democrat. He made a Twitter just to tell Trump to go fuck himself. Go fuck you, Trump, and he'd send it to me like, check this out. Look what I did. I'm like, you're an idiot. But I forgot where I was going. But anyway, so I ask Democrats, people that those people that absolutely positively hate Trump. I ask them, I go, name one. There has to be one thing you can say positive about somebody. You can always find one thing about Charlie Manson or Hitler that you can say, hey, that wasn't too bad. They can't do it. And it's just a bias. I don't know. Next 4 years, especially. Steyer's my friend. I wish you and your team would use Steyer's money. Steyer doesn't have that much money. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, $1.2 billion. I mean, don't get me wrong. That's, jet plane money and all that. And, but Bloomberg, 60 billion. If you look at the numbers of Bloomberg, it's fascinating. He makes $2 billion a year off interest, I think, per year. And he's taking that $2 billion that he gets this year and he's just throwing it at the campaign. It's insane, like how that guy's going to just try to buy the election. I might, if it's Bloomberg, I might vote for Trump just because. If it's Bloomberg, I might vote for Trump just out of like, pure like, fuck you, dude. Like we're all busting our ass here, and you think you're just going to buy ad time at the Super Bowl, and that's going to lead you the Democratic nomination? Like, fuck that. Biden has no shot. I don't think you're crazy, but there is no candidate that is more out of touch with their voter base. As a Californian, the startup I raised money for is a marijuana startup. This fucking dipshit came out as a Democratic nomination. He said he still thinks marijuana should be a stage 1 narcotic and criminalized. Like, could you be more out of touch with the people? So Biden, based on Iowa, he put a lot of money into it. He massively underperformed expectations. I think he's done. I don't think he wants to do it just from talking to him. I don't think he wants to be there. I think he's being pressured to be there. I think if it's up to him, he wants to have a Hawaiian shirt on with a little drink near a beach with a little umbrella where he can, inappropriately touch 15-year-olds. We need all votes for Yang, though. Yeah, we do. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I'll get back on it. What? Okay, can you guys get on? I'm teaching you guys, all right? If I'm doing this, you guys can phone bank too. What? Listen to me. Jump on the phone. Get pumped up. But I need more people. I can only flip so many people. I can only talk so much. No, not you. I was talking to Trisha. Hi, yeah, Trisha's chill. Hey, how you doing? Dory. 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 Dory told me to fuck myself. I'm gonna say no contact. You've done enough, Mike. I haven't done enough. Like, no, I haven't. Everyone can do a little bit more. Nobody cares. Work harder. I'm serious. I got to flip. What if I flip 5? Is that really going to make a difference? We need you guys to fucking flip people. We need you guys to get pumped up on the dialer and be convincing and tell these people to vote for Yang. I can't do another 4 years of Trump. I just can't. I can't, Alex. Reddit has info. What's the dialer? Okay, so there's an app. I'm gonna put the app up right now. Where the hell am I? Okay, so there's an app, and you just sign in. You can dial from you need a computer, but I'm dialing from my phone. You can dial from your phone. Hey, Alex. That's the link. Here you go. No, that's it. Let me look that up right now. Maybe I can post it. Hey, how you doing? Chris? I'm looking for Chris. No, Chris? Who am I speaking to? Hi, Deb. How are you? My name is Mike Van I'm giving you a call out of beautiful San Diego, California. Calling you in beautiful New Hampshire. I'm just calling to ask you a loaded question. Are you planning on voting at the primary on Tuesday? You're not? Are you a Trump supporter? Yeah, good for you. Go Trump. I wish I could. So what I was doing in Iowa, right, was I was telling all the Trump supporters, look, I'm a Trump supporter myself. I voted for Trump in 2016. I'm voting for him in 2020. I was telling everybody, all these Trump supporters, that my biggest priority is stopping socialism. You know how Bernie Sanders is? It is terrifying me that Bernie Sanders is winning this thing for the Democrats. And if you want to see the end of freedom, and if you want to see the end of the American dream, watch Bernie Sanders get in there. So what I was doing in Iowa was there was a Democrat we liked. His name was Andrew Yang, and we were trying to get we got Republicans to come out with their MAGA hats and support at the caucus Andrew Yang, because whatever it takes to stop Warren and Bernie Sanders, right? Forget that Andrew Yang guy. Go Trump. Trump 2020. She was done talking about that Chinese man, Andrew Yang. I don't blame her. Andrew Yang is a plant put here by the Chinese government to control us. Hey, Trisha, here's the deal. When you, oh, good. Okay, so Trisha, here's the deal. When your first time dialing, okay, I'll tell you guys a story. So about 12 years ago, I was about 24 years old. I dropped out of high school. I didn't go to college. My old man was a phone dialer. He was, if you ever know Glenn Ross, Alec Baldwin put that coffee down. That was my old man. And so I went to my old man. Hey, how you doing? Nope. So I went to my old man, and I wasn't doing much in my life. I said, hey, let me dial. My dad kind of laughed at me, and he gave me some old numbers. And the first time I ever picked up a phone, I'll tell all of you this. I promise all of you this. I sounded like I had rocks in my mouth. I was raising money for natural gas wells out in Bakersfield, California. First time I ever picked up a phone call, I sounded like shit. You're going to sound like shit. You're going to stammer all over your words. The first time is going to be awful. The second time is going to be awful. The third time, maybe a little bit better. And by the 10th time, you'll kind of smooth it out. And, just keep on swinging that bat. You'll get better and you'll start flipping people. All right. No contact. Boop, boop. La la la. No contact. No contact. It's you'll get better. Hey, how you doing? Dorothy. Dorothy, are you there? Can you hear me? My name's Mike Van Etten. I'm calling you out of San Diego, California. I'm just going to ask you a really loaded question. Are you planning on voting at the primaries on Tuesday? All right, it's none of my business, ma'am. Have a wonderful day. It's nobody's business who 91-year-old Dorothy votes for. So she told me to pound sand. Pamela. Pam, how you doing? My name is Mike Van Etten. I'm giving you a call out of San Diego, California. I'm just going to ask you a really loaded question. Are you planning on voting at the primaries on Tuesday? You plan to? Do you have anybody in mind who you're voting for? Is it 100%? Are you dialed in? Perfect. You're exactly who I'm looking to talk to. I guess I'll just come out and ask you, what do you think about Andrew Yang? That's what everybody says. Everybody likes him, but they just, Do you have like 2 minutes? I'm just going to tell you why listen. I don't know what your priorities are. I don't know where you list your priorities. I don't know if number one on your priority is climate change, the economy, the women's right to choose. I don't know. But I'll tell you this. My priority is getting Donald Trump out of office. On what? Do you like Trump? Are you planning on voting for Trump? Oh, okay. Well, the primaries, you can't vote for Trump. Are you a registered Democrat or registered Republican? Independent. Okay, so you can actually caucus. So you don't hate Trump. So this is what I'll say to you: is one of the biggest concerns for me is stopping socialism, and I'm terrified of Bernie Sanders, who's winning right now. Okay, so we're there. I can't get behind a socialist. I can't get behind a socialist president. I mean, look at history. History tells you what happens when socialists get in office. You saw Nazi Germany, China, Russia. They vote socialist, then they take away your guns. So basically, my pitch to you, okay, is if you, I want you to vote for Trump in 2020. I'm not gonna. If you like Trump, I want you to vote for Trump. I'm probably gonna vote for Trump in 2020. What I want you to do, okay, is I want you to vote at the primary for a man who doesn't want to take your Second Amendment away, who's actually wants to work with the Republicans to strengthen the economy, and he polls exceptionally well with people on the right. His name is Andrew Yang. Okay. Okay. Tonight is the debates if you want to watch it. I'm voting for Trump 2020. I call it it's just like insurance on your car, insurance on your house. If by chance these millennials come out and vote in full force, okay, I don't want a potential, you know how the Democrats are with the way that they steal elections. I do not want a Bernie Sanders to steal the election from Trump, and then the American dream is over. So I want you to stop socialism and communists with me and vote Andrew Yang. Thank you so much, ma'am. You too, ma'am. Go Trump 2020. I don't even know if you guys are even paying attention to me anymore. I wouldn't pay attention to me, but she was undecided that doesn't know if she likes Trump. So right there, I pivoted and I went right into stopping socialism and Bernie Sanders because he's winning and kind of pressing that fear mongering button. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Bro, this is an art. Yeah, I know. I'm an artist. Look at me. This is my canvas right here. Okay, and I am the artiste. All right, just call me Michelangelo. All right, let's get back at it. 20 more minutes. 20 more minutes. I'm gonna get back on this tomorrow. If anybody wants to share all this information, I want to see. I would love it if I could get over 100 people watching me. I don't know. I'm probably gonna do this for 2 hours tomorrow. It'll be up. The Grace. And Cassandra and Alex are all been huge on getting the word out about me. And, I just want to take the time and thank the three of them, for supporting me and trying to make this thing work. So, la, la, la. Okay, what about censors like Klobuchar? What about him? I don't know what you mean by that. Klobuchar? Here's how I get through the Klobuchar objection. I'll post it down. Thank you. Hey, how you doing? Bill, how you Mr. Hammond, how the hell you doing, sir? I'm doing great. Another day above ground. My name is Mike Venetton. I'm giving you a call out of San Diego, California. I'm just calling to ask you if you plan on voting Tuesday. No question. Do you have somebody in mind? Is it 100%? Perfect. You're the undecided that. I'm listening. Sorry, sir. You like everybody? Me. That's why I'm calling you with who I'm calling you with. If you just give me give me a minute. So basically, I don't know what your priorities look like. Sorry, sir. Let me hold on. How about now? Better? Okay, yeah, I got you off my yeah, I'm here to please, sir. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. If so I don't know, where am I going to start? Okay, so I don't know your priorities sound like my priorities. Climate change or women's right to choose. My number one priority is electing the person that can beat Trump head to head. There's one candidate that for the Democrats that is actually favored to beat Trump head to head out in Vegas. Vegas has No, absolutely no bias. They don't give a shit. All they care about is being on the right side of the money. You can bet on The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, a football game, a basketball game. You can bet on anything, including the presidential race. And the odds are right now, okay, should this person get the nomination, they're the only one that's actually a favorite to beat Trump head to head. Do you have any idea who that is? Who is it? Wasn't Joe Biden. Joe Biden just I was just in Iowa for three weeks. I had my own precinct. I was at the caucus. I got my guy viable. Biden massively underperformed expectations. I don't even think he's going to make it to the race. I do too. I don't necessarily like Biden. The thing, my issue with Biden is I think of all of the candidates, Biden is the most out of touch with his voter base. I work for a startup with marijuana, and he's come out repeatedly and said he thinks it should be a federal stage one narcotic, just the same as cocaine and heroin. Like, how out of touch can you be as a president? Now, it's not Biden. It's not Biden. It's not Bernie. It's not Amy. It's not Buttigieg. Do you have any idea who it is? It's not Bernie. Nope. Bernie is a 2-to-1 dog. Well, it's Andrew Yang. It's not Bloomberg. It's Andrew Yang. Everybody likes him, but he seems to be everybody's second favorite choice. So here's what we're trying to do. Okay, he's gonna be on the debates tonight. The issue with him was, I was in Iowa. Nobody knew who the hell he was. That was my biggest thing. Is people said he's the Asian guy that wants to give me $1,000. He wasn't at the debate because they kept him out of it, and he really struggled because of it. He's going to be at your debate tonight, and watch it tonight. Watch him speak. You already like him, okay? So you like him. How do I get you to? Well, no, somebody's going to beg him for a job, just because there's so many Yang supporters out there across the like where there's a grassroots internet movement that maybe in Iowa didn't translate, but we're really catching fire. So here's what I want you to do. You have a very, very special power in New Hampshire. You have a power to vote. Can I get you to vote at the primary for Andrew Yang? Who are you voting for? Who you like, Amy? Can't argue with that. It's the only one I can't make. Here's my issue with Pete. Do you really think a man of his orientation in 2020 can beat Trump? That's a deep. I no, that's fine. But I want my biggest thing is putting the person, elevating that person that has the best chance to beat Trump head to head against Trump. And it's Andrew Yang. It's not Buttigieg. It's not Amy. Amy did really. Let me tell you why. Okay, Amy did exceptionally well. I don't in Iowa, and the reason that is because it's the Midwest. It's a tight knit group. I think she's going to fall off a cliff in New Hampshire. So I'm asking you, just watch the debates tonight and just see what about Andrew Yang, and if you like him, and if you like him, we need to make this guy get to 15 so he can be a hell of a lot more viable than he is, and the MSNBC will stop ignoring him. All right, all right. He needs your vote. You're welcome, but he needs your vote. Take care. Bye. 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 Oh, that's what I can do for you guys. Why didn't I think of that before? Let's put it on speakerphone. Iowa caucus. Are you still there? No, I think you are. The Iowa caucus was one big confusing mess. Yeah. Well, I got 25 people watching me. All right. I don't. I think I don't disagree, Devin. Um, I don't. I don't know. I don't know if she will or won't. I'm not. I just think that once. I think Amy did so well in Iowa. From what everybody said, they go, I like her, and the reason that they liked her is she's from Minnesota. She's part of the Midwest thing, and they like people from the Midwest. Now, whether if she exceeds expectations in New Hampshire, then she's for real. But my gut says she falls off a cliff. La, la, la. 15 more minutes. Do I have any more coffee? Okay. Son of a bitch. And did I lose? Okay. Okay. 14 more minutes. And then I can go do my real job. Hi, Richard. Richard! Hey, Richard! Woo! Hey, Richard, I just want to tell you, your campaign was run by the pros of pros. You are a pro, sir. It felt like you guys were playing 4D chess while the Yang campaign was playing checkers without all the pieces. So, just want to give congratulations to you. You guys, Buttigieg campaign is what really, I think, pushed Buttigieg where he was. So congratulations, Richard. You're a hell of a, I don't know if it's a politician, but. I don't know if I'm done. I think I am. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm looking for Sandy.
You should never assume that somebody named Sandra has a nickname.
Oh, I always assume that. I'm sorry. Is Sandra there?
That's okay. She's not here. She wouldn't take your call.
Does she hate Andrew Yang? What do you think about Andrew Yang?
I'm saying any politician.
Oh, is she not voting on the primary?
Absolutely. We are both voting on the primary. We don't talk about it.
Oh, okay. Well, are you? So you don't talk about it either. So I'm wasting my time here.
You're doing a good job.
I do a great job. This is what I do for a living. I'm special at this.
Okay.
Real quick, do you mind sharing with me who you're voting for? I won't tell you all your close friends.
All my close friends know I'm voting for Joe Biden.
But he really underperformed expectations in Iowa. I was there.
Yes, but he did much better than Andrew Yang.
As far as expectations, I mean, not really. Andrew Yang got about 6% of the vote when he was polling at 2%. Biden completely got half of what he was supposed to get.
Well, we'll see how things roll out.
Is there any way to get you off Biden? Is there any way if I made the most compelling argument to anybody in the history of arguments, could I get you off Biden?
You know, frankly, the candidate who I wanted was Cory
Booker. Can I tell you a story about Cory Booker? Let me know. I'll tell you a story about Cory Booker. You tell me your Cory Booker story, then I'll tell you my Cory Booker story. Where's my hat?
I sat with Cory Booker. I talked to him. I told him, I said, Cory, you are going to be president someday. I'm sorry, but this is not your year.
I don't. Here, let me. Here, all right. So, are you done, or can I tell you my Cory Booker story? Yeah. My grandfather was a social activist and a social worker in Newark, New Jersey. To the tail end of his life, did you hang up on me? They hung up on me. I was telling him my Cory Booker story. Okay, so my grandfather, Frank Hertz, went up against Cory Booker. I think it was like 2010, right before he died, and he hated Cory Booker, hated him. He wrote a book that Cory Booker was a sociopath, and he said I think he said Cory Booker's gay, or maybe. And he also made up some story about some guy named T-Bone. And my grandfather, every Wednesday in Newark, New Jersey, New York tends to be one of the most corrupt places in the planet, as far as, in the United States. I don't want to say the planet, but he would go in there every Wednesday and he'd point at Cory Booker and the mayors that were in Newark 30 years before, and he'd point at this finger. He said, "You're all crooks. You're all," and they would drag him out and they go home, Frank, go home. And he'd be there next Wednesday. And all he would do all this research on his own, and he would show everybody, "You're stealing this. You're skimming off the top. You're a crook. You're a crook. Fuck Cory Booker." See? All right. That guy didn't want to hear my Cory Booker story. He just wanted to tell me his Cory Booker story. La la la. I'm really getting done with it. All right, 9 more minutes. And then I might, do you guys want me to hop on like in the evening? I need to take a break. I got to take my dogs to the park. I might have to do some real work. But would anybody want to watch? Who cares? I'll do it. And if you guys come, you guys come. But we're not there yet. I'm not at 2 hours. What? What's whoa?
Your entry does not match our records.
I didn't put an entry in.
Your PIN, then pound.
They logged me out. I bet they logged me out.
Oh, your entry does not match our records. Please enter.
I think I just got kicked out of the. I wonder if I just got kicked out. That's crazy. Please, let's do it. I'll do it every day, guys. If you look at Alex Holden right here, there's guys like Matt. If you ever saw on Reddit or anywhere else, we did a GoFundMe for Matt. He's the best canvasser in the history of canvassing. Alex, Devin, Colton. There are all these people, I can't name that I met that are just working their ass off. And they're actually, I'm in San Diego. They have to go to places like New Hampshire and be away from their families and out of their beds. AJ's another one. Warren's another one, that these people donated their time and took their vacation time to go try to, help. And the least I can do is dial the phone for y'all like 2 hours a day, try to pump you guys up to flip people. Yeah, probably. I don't have a Twitter. I don't have a Facebook. Best decision I ever made was deleting my Facebook about 12 years ago. Yes, anything you're on. Hey, is that Colton? Is that Colton that I worked with? God, is it just everybody that knows me that's in this that's in this group? Shit, I'm just preaching to the choir here. Need PayPals for them. For who? Oh, yeah, shit. Alex, I will say this for Alex. Alex spent about $6,000 Alex is a brilliant media guy as far as Facebook and all that. Alex dropped about $6,000 on this campaign out of his own pocket and had to beg the campaign to get his ass hired, which is just fucked up beyond belief, because the people that are working for the campaign are just not that impressive and not that talented. And it really, grinded my gears that a guy like Alex, had to beg for a job. So, if anybody needs it, I think Matt's good. Definitely Alex. Alex needs, to be reimbursed, if you guys can, for how much money he, just how much, this Alex works 12 hours a day at least. He's working at the bar. The dude just doesn't stop. He's one of those people that needs 2 hours of sleep. Everybody donate to Alex, please. Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. Thanks, Alex. Alex, do you have a Twitter? Post it. He's from the Bahamas. Okay, Alex owns a bar in the Bahamas. Cool guy. But it's just all of us care. There's so many people that I met that that work their ass off, and just super talented people. They tended to be volunteers like myself. Yeah, there it is. Get Alex's, send him just a little bit, $5, $10. It'll help him. It'll help put him money back into his pocket. All the Facebook's ads he did, I saw he put about $6,000 in the fucking campaign, man, of his own cash. And he's, we're not rich people. We're guys that are just trying to get by. Me, I have my own business. I dial the phone. I'm good. I do literally exactly this, except for I talk to rich guys that are accredited, and I get them to invest in startups, and they'll send me obscene amounts of money. But I never, is it bartenders for Yang? Yeah, it probably is bartenders for Yang. Alex has never made me a drink ever. All right, so do you guys want one more phone call? I got 5 minutes. What should we do? One more. I'm gonna. I don't know if you're the same Colton. If you were with me in Iowa, if you're not that Colton that was with me in Iowa, first of all, Colton's a beast. I think he also got viable. He got a bunch of delegates to it for us. If it's not the same Colton, one of the best experiences I ever had. When the coolest thing about the campaign was meeting people that were on the same wavelength as I am. When I met them, my entire life I might have met 5 people that I'm comfortable enough discussing these things with that don't look at me like I'm cross-eyed. Everybody I met there, that with the Andy Yang campaign, they just felt like I've known them my whole life, and just they understood and they got me. And I'm gonna go out with a bang because Alex says to. Hey, all right, cool. How's your sister doing? I think she's trying to get out there too. Yeah, you should, dude. If you can find the money.
Does not match our record. Please enter your PIN, then pound. Your entry does not match our records. Please enter your PIN, then pound.
My brain stopped working. Oh wait, I don't know how to do this. I gotta maybe go back. Yeah, fuck you. I don't know if they. Let's see. Invalid session. Oh, well, I don't know if they're gonna let me do this anymore, guys. Let's see here. I gotta go to Gmail. One more phone call. Hey. Let's see here. Tax returns. Michael Van Etten. Yeah, I think they kicked me out, guys. Maybe I'll make up a different name. Let's call Mike Van Awesome. And I'll give them another email. Yeah, they oops, something went wrong. Can anybody else get on the dialer? I'm gonna go tinkle, but yeah, I don't know if they just kicked me off, if they didn't like what I was doing, but they're not letting me. Damn it, I know it was Richard that complained too. I need to go trim my beard. When you see me next time, I'll have a very trimmed, nice beard. But I think I'm done because they won't let me on anymore. Yeah, I'll probably do this tomorrow at the same time. I got to go down to Tijuana to get some asthma medication because I don't have insurance. It's working? Dude, they kicked me off. Your boy, I'm done, yeah. They silenced me. They shut me down. They didn't like me doing their thing. So we might have to figure out another way to get me numbers. All right, well, I'll try to be back on later. Blocked your IP. Did they really? Why would they block my IP? I'm just flipping fucking Yang voters. Okay. Okay. Well, guys, I got 20 more seconds and then I'm done. Fuck it. I'm gonna get numbers another way. I'll open up the fucking New Hampshire. I'll get a New Hampshire phone book and call that. So anyway, all right, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you for hanging around. I'll try to be back. I don't know if they'll let me on anymore, but take care. I'm gonna figure out how to change my IP.